Hello everyone, welcome back to Terra Nova, my second video for the channel, for the series, and I can't remember what episode we're on now, but we're quite a way into it.
I think it's 18.
18, is that it?
Yeah.
So I'm joined with DanCreates, last week's builder, built this huge thing towering into the sky, and Zekin, who has been away for a little while. How have you been, Zekin?
Hello. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Good, good. I bet you can hardly recognise the place by now.
Definitely not. Like,
what was it, episode 3? Was it your one or something like that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I built the little greenhouses that are pretty much non-important
Yeah.
anymore.
I think they've been blown up, to be honest.
It's the same with mine. As when I came back into the map, I looked at my building and it's just buried amongst all this stuff, just a tiny little thing, but yeah, it's progression. It's still fine. It's part of Terra Nova's history now. So as you can see, we're straight into the live. My computer does not have enough memory to store hours worth of footage to do speed builds at the minute, so I thought we'll go straight into the live portion. So I haven't given anyone a glimpse of what I've been doing. I know Dan knows what I've been building because he'd seen a photo of what I was going to attempt.
Yep. After we finished last week's recording, we were just talking about it with Poison Blade for a minute.
Yeah. I decided to go with it. I had a couple of ideas, but this one seemed good and Silver Fox seemed quite keen on it, so I thought I would go for it. So you can kind of tell from where we are, we're a little bit out of the way of everything else, tucked away in a corner.
It's a nice spot.
It is a nice spot, and it will make sense when we get up to it. So I thought what we'll do, I mean, I'll go faster so that we're not spending ages, but I've done a little bit of landscaping as well, a nice sort of road leading up to it, not too detailed, but I'm sure as we expand it will be added to. So
far, you're the only person in Bold's good books then, because you have helped with terraforming.
You can see a glimpse of it up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a large building.
It's a big building. So I was saying to you guys earlier, I think maybe the largest thing I've built, the grandest thing, probably the most complicated, to be honest. And yeah, as we get up to the top here, it's all fenced off.
I like the fencing.
Access. Yeah, I was going to try and make some rubbish type, and then I just thought I'll go with the barrier. Here we go.
I respect that. Terra Nova Space Agency.
There you go. Got it in one. So, this is the monstrosity.
So this is like another agency now on Terra Nova.
It is another agency. I was like, shall I join it to one of the others? And I was like, no. This is Terra Nova's specific space agency. So this is based.
It looks great.
It's pretty huge. It's based on a telescope that is due to be built, called the Extremely Large Telescope, which has the best name ever.
It's actually called that as well.
It's actually called that, yeah.
It looks up and there's the very big telescope and just the extremely big telescope.
It is extremely large, so it does make sense. This is similar sort of scale to the real life thing, just maybe not quite as tall. I hoped it would be the right height, but I don't think it is quite as tall. So, should we have a look around? Some of the internal bits are done. Some of it is, but some of it's not. So this is just the kind of a big kind of bay area where I assume they take deliveries, things like that. Nothing is done in there. And then we've got this kind of ring around the outside that I assume would house like offices and labs and things.
Hours.
This is the bit. This is why I sent a message saying I hate circles, because a lot of this is based on circles. So we'll go through here.
For context of that, a few days ago, Bongo just randomly sent a message to the Terra Nova group saying, "I hate circles." With
I hate circles.
no context at all.
So all of this is circles. So this is the main entrance bit. As I said, this bit's not done, but once we go through here, we will actually see some internal stuff that's been built, and I hope we don't get stuck on some bit of wall or something. So this is the main kind of entrance way. So we can kind of come around the edges. We've got a lot of random doors. It just implies sort of doors and things on the outside. This is the main sort of big central dome thing. The telescope up there. There was some pictures of the inside, so I thought I'll try and replicate it as much as I can. So if we come through here, we've got some stairs coming up.
The big old steps they are.
They are big stairs.
I feel like that's not accurate.
Yeah, I did go for half ones, but then I thought, oh, I think they might be alright like that. But it's, you know, when you build on this sort of scale, it's hard to get a sense of scale.
I mean, if it's only like threads that are coming up here, I guess those are okay.
Yeah. So we've got this kind of central area here. All of a sudden, last minute, I realised that I hadn't put in a way to get from this level to the top level. So we do have, where did I put them? They're over here. I did already have a little lift elevator down here, but it only went to this floor, so now we can go up. But I won't be able to actually go up in the Tegid Cam, will I? So that comes up to the top level. So let me come out of it and we'll go over properly inside.
I like the different colours on the roof.
Thank you. So a lot of it was metallic, but I was not going to be able to, because we don't have any big metal pieces, we only have those small ones, and the amount of pieces it was going to use, I was like, I think I'm better off just putting my own little spin on it and making it coloured, so I've gone for that kind of greenish blue kind of vibe. So nice. This is the top level, so we've got the lifts there, and then these large support structures that hold the actual telescope in place. This is obviously incredibly simplified version of what it actually is in real life, or will be.
I bet.
The amount of engineering work to support all this stuff, and even the
framework.
Yeah, incredible, and I've missed all of it out. All of this should be like framework and stuff, but I was already losing my mind, so I went with this. So this is the main like satellite.
In my build, which obviously last week, I was trying to get a hexagon pattern for so long, but I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
How have you done that? Well, I'm a bit confused.
They do clip to one another when the position snapping and stuff's on. So I just started with one on the centre and then just went round and round. No, these are the hexagons.
The hexagon piece.
Yeah, the actual hexagons.
I really wish I knew that, because you know the triangle, bit like triangle sort of building, the building made out of triangles in my city.
Yeah.
I was trying to make that out of hexagons, but I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I mean it was. I did kind of want to curve it because the actual structure is curved, but the way I was trying to do it with the 15-degree angle just made it way too curved. So yeah. I thought I would leave it flat. So all these are like, I can't remember. I've not really remembered all of the fine details about the science of it, but there's just a lot of mirrors by the sounds of it. So you've got the main kind of thing here, and it goes into another mirror, and these all do something. All of these panels, really, there should be like hundreds of them or something. And then,
I'm actually quite surprised there's been no telescope until now.
Yeah, that goes down into this thing and down into there. I don't really know, but yeah, so just an absolutely massive telescope, basically.
Nice.
So the roof it was quite difficult. Again, it's supposed to be curved like the actual dome around it, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I
Yeah.
thought there's no way I'm going to be able to do it properly.
Mhm.
So I decided to change the shape of the actual roof itself. So it's just a kind of dome, like semicircle-y shape. And the idea is that these can come together in the centre and then be pulled apart when it's in use.
What does it look like from a distance? Does it like stand out quite a lot?
Yeah.
If you were to go to like the.
Oh yeah. We can have a look from
Okay.
one of those bits in a sec. So yeah, I think that is basically it. It seems like it's not much now. I'm showing it off, but it took ages to do.
That looks pretty good.
There's a lot of like symmetry and getting the angles right and stuff,
Yeah.
which took a really long time.
That came out pretty great at the end.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. As I say, it's very, very simple version of it, but the
It's in
main
as well.
shapes and things are pretty much there. So yeah, if we where would you like to have a look
The
from?
very top of the DanCreates tower,
The very
which is the
top.
Poison Blade one.
We'll take a look from both, just to
Okay.
please you both.
Ooh.
Takes a long time to get up here.
Yeah, it's really
Been a
difficult
while
to get to
since
the
I've
top.
Been on this map.
Yeah, can you? Are your things actually still in here? Or
They
are
got blown up a long
They did,
time ago,
okay.
I think.
So this is my one. This is my last build down here.
Your
which is
your
tiny.
first build, that one there, is just on the border of being too small to be blown up, but large enough to not be.
Yeah,
it's like on that tipping point.
I would like it not to be blown up because I spent a long time on it. But
Yeah. The interior of that is still pretty good.
yeah, I'm happy with the interior of it still. But yeah, so if you're up here,
Oh, the roof looks incredible
it's
from
still
up here.
pretty big. Yeah, it still
Yeah.
stands out quite a bit. Go outside so you can see. So yeah, I mean it's
yeah, the roof.
yeah. So it's similar kind of size to Nick's dome, isn't it? This Nick's dome. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty big. It does stand out because I wasn't sure. I built it pretty much all of it off the map, as I'm sure most of us have been doing recently, and then just putting it in there. And
I actually built all of mine in the map.
did you?
Except the blueprint, the blueprints that Christina made. Everything was actually built in
okay.
the map.
I just thought I wasn't sure how my computer was going to deal with it because I know everyone struggles a little bit. So it did take me 6.5 minutes to load today, which is not too bad. But yeah,
That's faster than mine. That's a lot faster than mine.
is it?
Because the whole time while we were waiting for it to load up on my computer last episode, we were just looking at small businesses called Terra Nova, and
Oh,
I filled
yeah,
the
yeah.
time pretty well.
If we come and have a look down from the large building over here on in the distance there, it's fairly impressive still. A lot of
You can definitely
flicker
tell
in
what it
there.
is as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got a kind of unique shape to it because it's not just that dome. It's got the I think the roof. Yeah, the roof makes it a little bit more interesting. And yeah, I kept that kind of mountainous bit and thought I'd kind of build into it a bit more.
There's a viewing deck at the top of this building as well. We can take a look out of.
Let's go right at the top.
Not right at the top.
Oh,
There's like
there,
a small
yes.
platform. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the second highest point, I think,
There we go.
where you can actually stand. But yeah,
I mean,
great view of everything.
yeah, lovely view of everything from up here.
I still can't get over how that Novogen building was made. Like the geometric
The
black
one,
building
yeah,
one. Yeah.
It is very
Yeah.
impressive. To be honest, seeing all of the buildings like coming back in the map after quite a while, they're all so impressive.
Yeah.
And I had a look at Estan's lovely interior there. It's very nice. Yeah, they're all amazing builds. And hopefully mine stands up to everything else.
Yeah, it definitely fits in with this new generation of Terra Nova where everything
Yeah.
is absolutely massive.
where everything's huge. I decided not to connect it up because I know we said about connecting it to your road, Dan, but it was so far away that I was like, I'll leave it for now.
Silverfox has mentioned about
road.
a road network going around Terra Nova, so that will probably come eventually.
Yeah, because there was kind of nothing really that made sense to connect it to down here straight away, so I was like,
I just hope there's like a finishing point of Poison Blade City in the middle there, because that would be like a great central hub of the entire place.
Yes, and that's why I thought I'll place this out in the corner, because it kind of makes sense to be away from obviously from all the light and stuff. I think in reality it's going to be built in somewhere in South America. I think it was.
It was in Chile or Chile.
Yeah. So, out in like the desert kind of thing. So, I thought I'll put it up here. I did do a little bit of lighting as well. Not tons because I didn't want it to
didn't
be
do
too
any in my
bright,
build, so.
But I thought I'll do a little bit. So let's go in at night. Just fairly subtle stuff, really.
The red lights are good.
Yeah, so I thought I'll put some red lights on the doors because obviously they're big for a tall building. Something for maybe future flying things to be able to see. And just because they're like nice moving parts and makes them stand out. We've got just a few lights around the building itself on there. A little bit down here in front of the hangar. Lit up the sign, of course.
Yeah.
This is Mars and it's 2 moons.
Oh yeah.
And some stars, of course. And then just lit up the road a little bit. Down there, and then within the actual thing, I kept the lighting away from the main like satellite part, telescope part. Sorry, but there's a little bit inside. Just some around the doorways and things, and. We come like down to here. This bit's all kind of lit up as well.
I can imagine a telescope on Mars would be able to discover a lot more than what Earth can discover. It's actually quite far away. So it'd be revolutionary having one of these on Mars.
I mean, I'd love to know how they actually build all these buildings. Because the amount of materials and everything to be able to build all of them. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my building.
That's
awesome. You can see it all pointing at the stars. Looks quite nice.
I feel like we should have more Terra Nova screenshots in the dark because that's how Mars is. Like it's always there's no atmosphere, so it's always dark sky.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool pointing up. This was really hard to make. Trying to find the right pieces to make the actual tour bit, but yeah. That is it at night. And if we look from, I was mainly looking from over here as the kind of basic point for the nighttime view, and you can still kind of see a little bit.
Actually, quite almost like ominous and like scary sitting over there.
It is a little bit.
It's like a space rock or something's about to come out of the middle and fly away.
Yeah, it is. It is quite a blob on the distance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with how it turned out.
It's great.
It came out amazing.
Thank you. Have you already got something set, Zekin, for your build, or not sure yet?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm total like I've just been seeing everything everyone's been building. I'm like, what am I gonna do?
I know.
I don't even know if I can keep up with it, but I'll just have to see.
Yeah. I mean, we've covered quite a range of things, and I still wouldn't say many of them are that linked, to be honest, are they?
Maybe that could be your job, so you can link everything up.
Yeah. But I'm sure, as we go on, it will get more sort of joined up, a bit more coherent altogether. At least you don't have to worry about going tall. I didn't worry about going tall. You can leave that to Dan and Poison Blade.
Yeah.
Don't want to get in the middle of those two. So yeah, that is the TNSA. I mean, I was trying to think of something to call it that's not extremely large telescope. Like,
yeah, I
was trying to think of a good like name for it that's similarly kind of stupid.
Yeah, if this is my build, I probably would have called it the extremely large telescope, to be honest.
I'll try and think of something, and maybe it will be mentioned somewhere in the description or in the title when the video is actually coming out.
I would call it the really, really big telescope. And just type it RRGB like that.
Yeah, so cool.
All right.
That is it. So the baton is passed to Zekin for next week. And hopefully you find some inspiration somewhere at some point, because sometimes a week just does not seem like enough.
That's how me and Poison Blade felt.
Yeah. I mean, really, if we were very organised, we could start building something weeks in advance and finish it on the week that we're due to build, but probably none of us do that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because I only thought of my build, like, I think it was like the next day after Poison Blade brought out his video. I was just like, I need to do something big here, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I just looked up futuristic buildings and I found this, like, a concept of a city, so I built that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool concepts available, aren't there, for stuff, so yeah, we will see what comes next in Terra Nova. So, thank you guys for joining me.
No problem.
As we always say, if you've missed any episodes, there should be a playlist with all the episodes. You can see all of them, including Dan's from last week. And if you check out Zekin's channel next week, then they should have a new video on there then.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. And yeah, make sure to like and comment if you've enjoyed the build, and subscribe to all of the builders who are part of the project. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you to Zekin and Dan for joining me.
Happy to be here.
We will see you all next week.
Bye.
See you later.